Welcome back, folks, to Nerdio Commentaries StarTropics playthrough. We made it to Chapter 2, the Dolphins.
So we're going to see a lot of people, a lot of dolphins. You can do your flipper impression if you want to. I won't.
Me neither. We'll leave it for... We'll
leave it to the people with imaginations and better...
Maybe we might get a video response.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's a video response that turns into a YouTube poop.
Yay. So now, this dolphin here she's lost her child. And being the friendly guy that we are, we're going to try and find it.
Friendly / no spine whatsoever.
Yes. So this part here kind of institutes a new area a new feature where you can go through walls in the mountain with your submarine. So here we come to the lighthouse, the nice high-tech lighthouse.
That's a very cool looking lighthouse. I'd love to see a lighthouse where it just looks like there's just a big torch of fire.
So now we start wandering around.
That's not a wall, that's a palm tree.
But you see, actually some of these...
Some of them do.
You would think everything is like a solid, like all this mountain there,
yeah.
You can go through at some point in that. So we're going to head into this little house here, see if the lighthouse guy's wife has seen any dolphins. And apparently not.
And by the way, we're not going to be reading the text with funny voices.
Yeah.
I have no energy to do that today. Well, you can pause the... Yeah, you could pause each little interstitial text and you can do your own little impression and you can make a video response to that.
Yeah, I do have the energy to do it. I always do. I just don't have the drive to.
No, me either.
So now I have to try and find our way to that bottle over there. Now this is... You have to watch for like little rippling bubbles in the water.
To indicate, like, yes, I can go through here.
And if you can't see them, just try every single wall.
Yeah. See, there are points that I start to remember is like, there's nothing in that area.
Yeah. So I believe...
It's kind of a weird thing, is like post-commentary after playthrough. It's like, you're supposed to do this!
Yeah. But as far as going through, and like I say, like I'm not using any sort of guide or anything.
No.
This is just my memory of the original game,
yeah.
But in a game like this, your original memory can be pretty unreliable.
Depends on how much you played it and can easily recall. But there's so many games out there, and as you get older, a lot of them start replacing others. And
now look at this. How was I supposed to know that was there? Well, I suppose there is a little indicator. You see part of the wall there's a little darker.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of indicates a cave.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we have a note from Dr. J saying to use code 1776. Is that another special year in history? I can't remember.
What an educational game this was.
Yes, they don't tell you what those numbers actually mean.
No.
They get you to go to the library.
No, to be fair, even when I was like 5, 1990, even I didn't know, what are these numbers? I thought they were just random numbers.
Yeah. So now with this code, we can actually submerge the subsea. Anytime you see a dark patch of water, press the B button and you dive under and go to like a preset.
They look like tires in a way, like those little squiggly lines, like it's the tire water.
Yeah. So we made it up here. I wonder if we can get that heart first. Let's find out. Look at that, another secret pass through the mountain. Whenever you pick up a big heart, it gives you another, of course.
Well, he was such a nice guy. He does have a big heart and he deserves more hearts.
Yeah. So now I have as many hearts as the Legend of Neil, I believe.
Yeah.
So we're going into the second cave. We must go find a dolphin. And as you'll see at one point in this dungeon, folks,
dogfish!
Yes. Muddy Mud Skipper under coming attack. Yeah, I don't edit out any of my deaths in this because in some of the other playthroughs I will, but this one, the deaths are so cheap, I want you people to experience them all.
But you won't get the satisfaction of a live death. Yes, that's the correct terminology. The live death that you see on Let's Plays where it's just like...
complete frustration of the player. No, I'll still utter some frustration, but not quite as bad. So here we have the original appearance of the sinking tiles. On occasion, these little green tiles will sink on like a regular pattern, but there are some tiles later on, I think they're white, or just like a lighter color, that as soon as you jump on them, they sink. So you'll see a lot of that. You have to, as soon as you jump in, you gotta jump off it right away.
I've never seen any programs like looking at these dungeons. Like, I don't know if anyone has ever released a program where you can hack the game and make your own little dungeon.
Was this game ever popular enough to warrant that?
You know what? It wouldn't surprise me if there is some sort of program like some similar like Lunar Magic where you can edit in Super Mario World.
Yeah. So here I'm using my baseball bat. You see I swung once and I missed. Why do I still lose a point of my bat power?
And why is there points in a bat anyway?
Yeah. Well, I suppose it would break if you keep cracking it off enough heads.
But why would it indicate how many times before doing so?
I don't know. Because it's a game.
It's a game.
Games need meters.
Hey, look, there's Octoroks.
Non-spinning variety, which is good. Now that switch, apparently, I believe, opened the door. Many rooms, you'll find a lot of these tiles you get to jump to, and as soon as you jump to the one right before the closed door, it creates a switch way back behind you. So you just gotta waste time to go back and hit it. Again, these game designers are cruel jerks.
They're a little bit more forgiving than other games I've seen, but it can be trial and error, or denial and error if you're a certain fan of a certain series. I'll leave it up to the people's imaginations to get that reference.
Yeah. So as we just saw there, of course, like you were saying earlier, some weapons are more powerful, right?
Yeah.
The baseball bat is about, I think, twice as strong as the...
But then you have to perfectly time it, or else you get hit and hit.
Look at that.
Yeah. That wasn't worth it.
That bat is guarding that area.
Yeah.
Ah.
A bat is guarding a bat. Haha, irony.
Ooh. Now, apparently I just hit a foot switch where... There's the button.
Yeah.
And we can finally go through the door after checking the other switches. And let's see what we got here. We got 2-in-1 swipe.
Yeah.
And he hit me.
I usually just yo-yo.
Yeah. That is like the more
Because,
reliable.
look, this is what happens if you just.
Well, I was trying to go for the 4-way kill.
Yeah.
And I failed.
Multi-kill.
Look, now I'm right mad. I just want to crack this guy off the head.
It's just not worth it in retrospective. You have to take multiple hits.
You know what would be really nice, though, if you actually had the ability to bring your potions from the other stage.
Or any of the items.
Yeah, because as soon as you start the next area... Oh, look, blowfish. I've got half a heart left.
Oop, oop.
Is this it? Is this the end of Mike Jones, the ace pitcher, who's playing with a yo-yo?
Oh, if you just get that one more
We need one more star. One more star. Can we do it? No. But the door is open. Let's get out of here.
Oh, you're lucky.
Heart recharge. Go.
I'm just gonna waste my time.
Well, you could be extra hearts. And we're gonna open up the door, and we'll catch you in the next part, folks. Stay tuned.